Today I wanted to show off my sweet new sheep Laco that are pretty freaking sweet. They were $7. I got them and they're the most comfortable piece of clothing I've ever owned. Definitely in-fit vibes out of these, but I might rock them outside too. And the outfit has like loose relation to the word I'm talking about today, but it's not like super related. I'm making some stretches to get there. But the word that we're going to be changing is hobby. And almost always with my word changes, I have good reasons for making that change, or I know why I don't like it and why it should be changed. Hobby, I don't know why I dislike hobby, and I don't know why other people do too, because I feel like it's a word that is not very popular, not very heavily used for such a common subject. I feel like people just don't want to say the word hobby. I don't know why. I can't give you the answer on this one. And I feel like a lot of the times, like, it's the perfect situation to use the word hobby and people just pass up on it and go for something else. And I find myself doing that too. So we're going to be changing hobby. What I'm changing it to is very simple. It is fondue. Fondue, of course, sounds like fondue, which is kind of cool, but it's just something that you do for fun. We basically just inverse those. Fondue works very well, is very logical, a word that I like. And I think it gives a little more freedom to the word than maybe hobby did, because I feel like most people see hobby as something that they always have to be like working on and keeping up with, and that takes up your time. I feel like fondue should basically be hobby, or at least what hobby should be, where it is just anything that you do for fun or something that you enjoy. I just want to be able to ask, what are your fondues? To figure out like kind of what a new person that I'm meeting is into. Because if you ask, what are some things you do for fun? That's just kind of clunky. Or if you ask, what are your hobbies? A lot of people don't really consider a lot of the things they do for fun as hobbies. So I think a fondue is just something that you do for fun, basically a hobby, and that's what we're going to go with. Simplifies things, makes the hobby type things a little bit more inclusive. And speaking of fondues, I'm actually picking up kind of a new one right now. I'm taking weekly salsa dancing classes. I've never taken any dancing classes in my life, and I just have had one, and I actually missed the introductory course, so I'm a little behind and I'm trying to catch up, but it's been fun and something I'm going to try to get better at. It's going to take a while. And I have not wore this shirt, but I do eventually at some point in my life want to salsa dance in this shirt. And then also, while we're talking about fondues, it's just very common that people just can't even scrounge up any examples of them and really don't do anything as people. If your only fondues are hanging out with friends, traveling, and eating, you really have to find something to do that makes you an individual other than just doing the exact same thing everyone on the planet already enjoys and does. Because when I hear that is people's only fondues, it's just like, okay, there is legitimately no additional information on what you are as a human being after hearing that. So just work on that if you're in that boat. And if you are like that, you may be considered a sheep. You maybe should have some of these Laco, but you can't have these Laco. These Laco are for strictly the coolest of peoples. That's basically all I got for hobby and now fondue. Let's move on to our song and video of the day. Song of the day is Promiscuous by Nelly Furtado. This is just an awesome guilty pleasure song. Really just perfect, catchy pop. And I'm referring to music, not the drink, which would now be called Yumdue, just as a quick clarification there. So I am not slipping on Wiplish, just so we're aware of that. And it is interesting that this song has kind of had a revival with like TikTok trends, but it's always been just an absolute banger. Love this song. Then for the video of the day, I found this bit from a Louis C.K. special called Of Course But Maybe, where he goes through things that he believes and then kind of the dark thought that accommodates with them that he doesn't believe, but it's just like always present. And I absolutely relate to this subset of thinking, and I feel like this is constantly going on with me too, and I think it's a really funny bit. He executes it super well, and I think it's a good watch. And that will do it for the Daily Do. Peace out.